So what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is my boy Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another video. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are watching this video from. I hope you guys are very much doing okay. So of course, you guys are aware what's going on politically currently in River State. River State today is public holiday because the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu is currently there. So Wike just had to do the needful, according to him, do the needful by issuing a public holiday to welcome the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And like I've said before on my life, I honestly said River State, Wike has actually done a lot, like making sure, although it's leaving now, but it's paving way for the next government so that they can get it really easy. The state can get it really easy with the federal power. So whenever like River State matter comes up, Tinubu will always remember that Wike worked tirelessly, effortlessly for me to win River State elections, for me to gain more votes in River State. Because we already know exactly what's going on in River State. We know how those votes were. But overnight, Wike turned it around. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
It's another way of building bridges. We cannot be overstated, the need for Nigeria. It is on the strength of your character that I stand to fulfill the promise I made during the campaign. I'm happy that we are being able to establish a relationship. I will leave Sanwo-Olu to give you back your banter and response. I am the president-elect. Your president. We know, we know, we know, we know. I see what you know, we know. I say you go with again, no. It is a great honor and moment for me. I see all the preparation, the declaration of a public holiday, the banners on poles, the signs all over. I am a very happy man. The 12 flyover and the demand you made for refund, I owe you nothing. It's your road. You can chuckle me and make a demand. You are the one living on this road. I commend your effort. You have to lobby me to collect.
So Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there. And also with what he's facing currently, I don't know if that is actually a big deal concerning his son. Concerning his son, Tinubu, who allegedly possessed a home worth $11 million in UK. And that home supposedly belonged to a former corrupt government official in Nigeria. So possessed by a company belonging to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Sheikh Tinubu. And again, they also kind of like went deeper to discover that two of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's daughter, one bought a house, a penthouse in UK for the sum of 2.2 million US dollars, and she's unemployed, according to the documents, according to the blogs. And the other one bought a 2.3, 2.5, 2.3 million dollar home somewhere in the US and also unemployed. Do you think all those allegations coming up, Shey Tinubu buying that house and the daughters buying houses, do you think it's going to in any way affect any possibility of Tinubu not being sworn in as the next president? If we are honest, do you think it will any way affect it? If I would be extremely plain here, like I was plain on my life, a father can decide to possess a home for his kids just the way your dad buy you biscuits whenever you are going to school. That is what he can afford. So Tinubu can as well decide to buy a $10 million home and just a $10 million home or any amount of money that he can afford, that he can spare for his kids. He can choose to do that. But about the corrupt practices, corruption, all those things, is left for Tinubu and the government, not his kids. Although we are really getting it hard over here, this should be an issue. In a very insane country, questions should be asked. How? Why? But Bola Ahmed Tinubu originally is a rich man. So the federal government should be able to do their diligent investigation first, because as a presidential candidate, the federal government are supposed to look into your past history to know how you get your money from. So, and I am not the one to ascertain that. We have institutions there to do their job properly. And if they fail to do their job properly, I don't think anybody should be carrying that job on top of their head. But there are some Nigerians out there who mean well for Nigerians, and they're actually sorting out these old issues. There are some journalists, like David, was the journalist that exposed this $11 million home in UK. But honestly, I do not think it's going to waver. Like, it's not going to shake. It's not going to shake a little bit. It's not going to shake Tinubu a little bit. If we are completely honest, and be true to ourselves, it's not going to change a bit. Then in Kenya, the president just moved to help Kenyan citizens secure job abroad. According to how it was written, according to him, he said, we have very many countries asking for Kenyan workers. The German chancellor will be here on Thursday, and we will sign bilateral labor agreement that will seek Kenyans get opportunity in the 250 million job Germany has on offer every year. We have opportunities in Canada, the US, UAE, Saudi Arabia. We will sign 10 agreements in the next couple of months so that our youth get this opportunity. The money we get every year from Kenyans in diaspora is 400 billion shillings. That is even more than what we get from our tea, coffee, or agriculture exports. This is a president of a country who wants to even assist his citizens to get job abroad. But guess what? Our whole country, they are trying to implement a law that we trap our health workers to serve Nigeria by force for 5 years before. To serve Nigeria by force for 5 years before. Good 5 years, guys. Good 5 years before they could travel. Well, and the government do not feel the need to stop themselves for seeking medical attention abroad. That's the same thing that have landed Ike Ikweremadu now in very huge trouble abroad. It's a crazy thought, guys. Really crazy one. Here is a president who is very keen to help a citizen secure abroad, secure jobs abroad, speak well of his citizens. Meanwhile, we are here trying to discriminate our own citizens. Well, here's another one in Uganda. The Uganda state minister, Ngolo, was shot dead by his bodyguard. So they say Ngolo was shot on Tuesday morning, May 2nd, this month, by his bodyguard at his home in Kanja. Daily Monitor report that the bodyguard, identified as Wilson, also killed himself using the same gun. And according to eyewitness, he said he was shot at his residence in Kenyanja by one of his bodyguards who allegedly fired several shots at close range. He fled from the scene up to the trading center at Kinjanga Ring Road, where he entered a saloon and also shot himself. Why? Maybe the man don't wicked that time. That's say, okay, you won't do too much. I will buy you by myself, Joanna, and nothing will happen. I will buy you by myself, or maybe it was just I don't know the man personally, but it's a really strange, awkward something like never been had before. Well, like I've said, I don't know the man personally. I don't know if he's a good man or if he's a bad man. But usually Africa politicians, majority of them, of course, you already know. I don't even need to speak too much or mention things too much. Then we have been seeing videos. We check out this headline first from USA, Joe Biden. So they are offering money now for people to push the, well, let me read it, guys, and let me know if you are comfortable with it, because when I saw the headline, I'm like, it is the agenda. We have other issues like hunger. We have other issues like this clamor for war and all those things, that climate issues as well, if that is an issue that you think you need to talk about, climate issue. But why is it that this particular one is a really strong agenda for the United States of America? Why do they want to put? Fox News said Joe Biden offers 500K grant for English teachers in Pakistan that focus on transgender youth. 500K grant to English teachers in Pakistan that focus on transgender youth. I don't know why the agenda is so important. Nowadays don't think you have fundamental human right to speak, There are some sentences I'm going to speak here, and before you know it, my channel is blocked. Blocked, man! But we're still going to remain quiet, and we are not going to judge. We have the holy books out there. that it's already speaking for majority of people.